Alrighty, guys, what's up? Today we are talking about something near and dear to my heart, and that is Tech Gogeta. As a global main, Tech Gogeta is kind of one of the more hype units that is going to come out, at least for now. Now, overall, the entirety of this video is just going to be, is going to be me trying to answer the question of, should you summon for Tech Gogeta, or should you wait for the heroes hype units to come out, right? Now, if you're a free-to-play player, or you're kind of like a goldfish level, kind of like I am, it's hard to say, right? But we're going to go through all of the units right here and kind of divvy out what we should do, right? I mean, it's important to know. As you can see here, it looks like these units come out November 4th, 12 hours from now, so I'm like super late on this, right? But it is what it is. So I believe there is a global maintenance today too, so they come out after the maintenance. We will talk about the Dragon Ball Hero stuff here shortly, as we can see these tabs over here. But for right now, let's go ahead and just talk about our boy right here. If you're a heavy truth stan like I am, you watched all of his videos. I am a global main. I have not used this guy yet, but he looks amazing, right? Now, there's this ongoing narrative that it's almost like you need to be pro Gogeta and or pro Vegito, and that's simply just not true. You could just have both of them, because the fact of the matter is that they have all 7 links together, and it's one of the most devastating rotations in the game to run. Like, this unit is insane-o, right? He leads the time limit category and the connected hope category. I really want this Gogeta because connected hope, I actually don't have AGL PyCon, so I can't even run the team at all. Time limit's actually really good. We can actually take a quick look at time limit really quickly here. And it looks like we are definitely going to talk about this guy too, because he's one of my chase units for sure. I also really love his art. Time limit's pretty good. I mean, you got Int Gogeta here, you got Int Gotenks, you got some of the Keflas, but Kefla's kind of ass. She gets an easy A, she's gonna be insane-o. The Gotenks, of course. You got units like this Int Goku that I never really use, but he's still decent, he's still solid, right? So I mean, time limit, it looks pretty bare right now, but you have a lot of top end power here. Like, it looks fun. It looks fun to run, right? But anyway, let's hop out of this. This guy's insane. Raises attack and defense 1 turn. It is what, a 30% for 1 turn. Causes mega colossal damage. Another raises defense, attack and defense on both super attacks. So I mean, he's gonna take hardly any damage. Now the big problem what people have with this is fuses can be activated when HP is 70% or more starting from the 4th turn. This is kind of a problem because in any hard content, you're gonna be below 70%, right? Like, if somebody, like, let's say you're in like a super battle road and you get like supered, you're not taking that super and staying above 70%. Now, if you're in a event where you can run both the Vegito and the Gogeta, you can just pair them up together and then fuse with Vegito first, and then that'll heal you up above 70%, and then you can fuse with this guy. And then at that point, you win. It's over. He's on they're on a ton of categories, I should say. Pure Sans being insane. I'm still waiting for Super Vegeta. I'm gonna do massive amounts of summons on Super Vegeta. So if you guys want to see that, definitely subscribe. And then let's take a look at our boy Gogeta here. This dude's insane. He's recovers 30%, attack and defense 150%. Effective against all types. Great chance of performing a crit. Randomly changes key to rainbow. Key +2 per rainbow. Key +5. Reduces damage by 30% and foresees enemies' attacks for 5 turns. He can nullify, but the nullification is going to be incredibly hard to get. So I wouldn't really count on it. He's actually insane. He's actually insane. And I could go on like a 30-minute tangent of why he's insane, but we have other things to talk about in this video. So before we go ahead and talk about Gotenks, I want to go over the banner. I don't know if any of this is going to change. I don't really foresee it changing, but I mean, Global's weird, and Global can pretty much do whatever they want, right? Obviously, the two new units here, this is the LR and this is Gotenks right here. He is the other time limit lead, and he is a super battle road killer with AoE, super attacks, and stunning, and all that stuff like that. Now, if the banner stays this way, it's hard to say, right? Personally, for me, excuse me. Personally, for me, the banner is good because I do not have this guy, or the Gotenks or Goten and Trunks. I don't have Pycon and I don't have Janemba, so that means I only have 1, 2, 3, 4. I only have 4 out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I only have 4 out of the 10 featured units. So for me, this would actually be a good value summon. I wouldn't mind picking up a Pycon, but yeah, that's just me. It really just depends. Tech Gogeta is good enough, at least from what I've seen, to kind of warrant summoning. But like, let's say you're just like a crazy whale and you just have like a lot of these guys like close to being rainbowed. I don't know whether or not it would be or not. But if you're on like my goldfishy level, I would say that I would say this is a banner you should summon on, assuming you are okay with potentially getting one of these units. That's all I'm gonna say. So I know I kind of rambled on a little bit about, and we'll talk about this guy soon. Let's talk about this guy real quick. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time. Let me just say I love his art. For whatever reason, like the dark lines in this part of the movie, what was just so sick, right? And this is when he like fought like Hitler and Frieza and all that weird shit, right? Like he's crazy, but that's not the reason why he's crazy. He's crazy because of this. So he has a Super Ghost Kamikaze attack, raises defense for 1 turn, causes supreme damage with a medium chance of stunning all enemies. So it's an AoE, he can stun, and he raises his own defense, right? So like, let's say you don't get this stun, he could probably tank pretty okay. He gets 120% attack and defense at the start of the turn, plus an additional 70% high chance of performing a crit when only facing 1 enemy. For him, the utility lies in him facing multiple enemies. Launches an additional attack. Okay, so this is where it gets crazy. Launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super attack when facing 2 or more enemies. And then he is a time limit key 3 and attack and 40%. Attack and defense 40%. He's insane. He's really busted. Typical units for a Gotenks, or typical links for a Gotenks: Innocence, Golden Warrior, Super Saiyan, Saiyan Lineage, Prepare for Battle, Fuse Fighter, and Fierce Battle. Good categories. Yeah, man, he's crazy. So his more details about him right here: 30% chance to stun each attacked enemy for 2 turns. It's a 2-turn stun. So you can essentially stun lock somebody. It's insane. You can stun lock SBR. That's an auto win. If you cannot take damage, you cannot lose. Like, it's just the way it goes. Anyway, this dude's insane. He's a monster. Let's hop into this. We've talked about the Tech Gogeta banner. Okay. So from where I'm standing right now, I would say that the Tech Gogeta banner, I would say it's a summon. just straight up, okay? I would say it's a summon. I do not know when the Dragon Ball Heroes stuff is coming out. I don't know. I really don't know. Now, I say to summon on the Gogeta banner because Gogeta's already known to be like one of the best units in the game, right? So if you get him, you win. Dragon Ball Heroes, while these units are good, well, we don't know about these units yet. Okay, let me make that clear. We don't know the details. These are all Dokkan Awakenings from previous units. Their art's like amazing. We don't know how good these units are. It is 2021 and units have been insane lately. Personally speaking, this part is a little bit more hype for me. And the reason for that is me being a global main, I'm like 6 months behind, right? So JP gets the new hot shit and then I gotta wait 6 months for it. Now with this Dragon Ball Heroes, it gets released, you know, concurrently at the same time. And so it feels new. It feels hype to me, right? Personally, I'm summoning on both banners. But this video is meant to tell people, or yeah, pretty much tell people like what they should summon for. This right here, Pan, is the only new unit that has been released or, you know, leaked to us yet. I highly doubt that Pan is the only new unit. They're gonna drop another Vegito or something, or Gogeta or Ultra Instinct somebody, or God Trunks or something. There is no way that this is going to be the only unit they release. Okay. I don't know if I should have closed that out, but anyway, this was the banner from last year. I don't remember if these were guaranteed. Okay, yes, they were. You get one guaranteed feature per multi, right? Which is good. So if they keep that, that's pretty much an auto win. This unit is good. Broly's good. Bardock is good, but he doesn't have an awakening yet, I don't believe. And then Gohan is pretty decent. I don't think these two awaken yet. I don't know about Deborah. And then Toa is just Bae, right? All right, yeah, sorry about that. I got a pretty important phone call that I had to take in that moment. But anyway, we were talking about Dragon Ball Heroes units, and all these units are good, right? But none of these units, even when they came out, were like mega top tier like Gogeta is. The one you could say has probably seen the most usage is probably this Super Saiyan 4 Vegito right here. And you know, he's good. I personally, I don't have him, so I don't know how good he is. I have the Super Saiyan 4 Broly, but I mean, this dude's rare now. I never see this guy on the friends list or anything. It looks like he came out 19th of November. I mean, if that's any indication, maybe we'll get Dragon Ball Heroes around near the 20th. I mean, who knows? He's good in the sense that, you know, he can potentially give up to Key 2 and attack and defense 40%, just depending on if you're on those categories or not. And counters too. So he has some how do you say, he has some worth to him for sure. Now, just overall, as I'm going through this video, it seems more and more apparent to me that just for value wise, probably Tech Gogeta is the way to go. I mean, these units down here, these are two of the units that are Dokkan Awakening. They Dokkan Awaken into the Super Saiyan Goku and Super Saiyan Vegeta. This guy awakens, and I want to say this guy awakens too? I don't know. But, I don't know. The moral of the story, what we're going to go with in this is, if you are light on stones and you're not just like a mega whale, and you need to save stones some way, somehow, you probably get more benefit from the Tech Gogeta banner. The Dragon Ball Super units are much more hype, and I agree with that, just because these are like crazy what-if characters, right? And that's always been one of my biggest wish lists for this game, is what-if characters. Like, I would love to see like maybe like a Goku that watched Gohan get killed by Cell, and he turns into Super Saiyan 2, like Super Saiyan 2 Cell Saga Goku would be like one of my favorite ones. But I don't know. Dragon Ball Heroes units way more hype than the normal Tech Gogeta, you know, in story units that we have. But ultimately, it's your guys' choice. I just wanted to put out this video, present the information, and let me know what you guys are thinking. Leave it in the comment section below, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.